Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. And now it's time to find out what's up with Richard. And today, day 6 of my bicycling adventure. Plan C, D, E, F.
Now the trail doesn't go through Clare, so Mrs. G picked me up just west of town and dropped me off here this morning, and the trail continues this way, which is also part, as you can see, of US Bicycle Route 20 here in mid-Michigan. And this is the Pere Marquette Trail of mid-Michigan. And they say it's one of the top 25 in the country. We're gonna see. Pere Marquette Rail Trail and our first little tunnel of the day. It's a short one, and I have about 2.5 hours to ride from here. One thing I noticed on this trail so far, they have these rail trail etiquette signs, do's and don'ts. They have this nice little pad here in case people want to pull over and rest, and it tells you the name of each of the roads. And I believe Henrik Road, what did it say, 0.67 miles, that might be the next crossing, so you always know where you're at. That doesn't happen in all trails. We're heading that direction, right down there. Trail is in excellent shape. I've been able to keep my speed up. I'm doing about 14 miles an hour right now, very comfortably. It is flat. Every once in a while there'll be a crack, but nothing major. So far, it's living up to its reputation as being one of the better rail trails in the country. We have a branch down but no problem getting around it. These are the kinds of things you find on the trail occasionally. This one's easy. Some are harder. And I need to keep going that way. Need a rest stop. This is the Coleman Trailhead. And town is just ahead. So there is a place to get something to eat, park your car. Got a windsock there. If you notice, it's not moving much. I love that. That's a beautiful sight. And we're heading still in that direction. From what I'm reading here, this is a solar system sculpture representing the sun and the planets of our solar system. And I guess as we get to certain places along the route, we're going to see how far away these planets are from our big sun here. Let's see what we can find.
Well, I'm going to have to stop the video here. As I left Coleman, I did not see any of the first 4 planets. I'm not sure if they weren't there or I was concentrating on something else, but I didn't see them. So I have to use Google Maps to help me out. Okay, the way I'm going to do this is pretty simple. I'm going to put on the screen a Google Map satellite picture, and then as each one of these planets pop up, I'm going to give you some information. The first piece of information, and I got a cheat sheet. The first piece of information will be how many feet from the sculpture, the sun sculpture, how many meters that is, and then actual miles and kilometers from the sun. And that would be in millions of miles. All right, we have Mercury here, 328 feet from the sun sculpture. That's 100 meters. In actual millions of miles, 36 million miles and 58 million kilometers. Next is Venus at 613 feet, 187 meters, 67 million miles or 108 million kilometers. Next, good old Earth would be 848 feet from the sculpture. That's 258.5 meters, 92 million miles from the sun, and 148 million kilometers. And finally, Mars. 1,281 feet from the sun sculpture. That's about 391 feet. That's 141 million miles or 227 kilometers. Million kilometers, that is. Let's keep writing and see what we can find.
I didn't see the other planets, but this is Jupiter, and way back there, that yellow thing is the sun. I don't know if I can zoom in or not, and I'm getting bit by mosquitoes, so I'm moving on.
Well, that was Jupiter. That's 0.84 miles from the sun sculpture, or 1.4 kilometers. In real miles, 480 million, or 772 million kilometers. Saturn's next.
Look what I found, Saturn. And way down there is the sun. And we had a couple fellow cyclists pass. You can see the blinking light, and a fellow walking his dog.
Wow, Saturn was 1.5 miles from the sun sculpture. That's 2.4 kilometers, 881 million miles, or 1,418 million kilometers.
Oh my gosh, I've been riding like crazy. 15, 16 miles an hour. It's probably been at least a few miles. Holy moly. Way back there to Coleman and the sun. Uranus.
Uranus was 3.1 miles from that sun sculpture, which is about 5 kilometers, or 1,772 million miles, or 2,852 million kilometers from the sun. And what's next? Neptune. Let's see if we can find it.
And look what I found. Neptune. Oh my gosh. You can't even see Coleman with the naked eye. Wow. And again, this is just for you to experience the distances between these planets in our solar system. Holy cow. Now, I don't know if we're going to find Pluto or not, because I don't think Pluto's a planet anymore. But we're going to ride and see if we can find it. That chunk of ice floating out in the middle of nowhere.
Neptune, 4.8 miles from the sun sculpture, which is about 7.7 kilometers. 2,776 million miles from the sun, 4,468 million kilometers. I never did find Pluto, but then Pluto is technically not a planet anyway. It's been decommissioned, it's been deprogrammed, it's been, well, let's just put it this way, it's a chunk of ice flying around in orbit of the sun. Anyway, Pluto would have been 5.6 miles from the sun sculpture. That's about 9 kilometers. 3,650 million miles, or 5,874 million kilometers. On with the ride.